Welcome to another RV America Campground Review. I'm Lynn.
And I'm Danny.
And today we're going to review
Johnson's of St Mary's Campground.
Located in...
Give me something to say.
I'm going to give you something to say.
That's St Mary's, Montana.
Yeah, we are just outside the east gate of Glacier National Park.
Actually 3/10 of a mile, so walking distance from the park.
Yes, walking distance from the park, which has been amazing. We have been here for a total of 28 days, and we know this campground forward and backwards.
Yep, and we're going to use our 10 categories that most RVers are interested in, and each category is going to be worth 10 points, so it's a possible total of 100 points.
Yep, let's do it.
Okay guys, the first area we're going to grade today is how was the internet, cell service, and over-the-air TV. We are outside of Glacier National Park. We're on the east side where there's no population at all, so they're very limited on some of these. The west side, if you stay over there, a lot more internet, a lot more service over there. So our T-Mobile, we've moved it around the rig, but it has no bars, so no T-Mobile. If you're a T-Mobile person, then you have no service. Now the great news is that we use one service for internet and another service, AT&T, for our cell phones. Our cell phones, AT&T cell phones, work good, and luckily it helped us through mobile hotspots to download, upload, and do such as that. We're not big TV watchers, but that's a good thing because there's 0 channels that we could pick up. So no picking up any news or weather. Like we'll watch that from time to time just to see how things are. So overall, what would we give? Internet, cell service, and TV, we give it a 3 because the AT&T phones worked.
So as far as being big rig friendly and the ease of backing in, the sites are all pull through. So backing in is no problem at all because you're not backing in, you're pulling through. And they're plenty big enough. We have plenty enough room left on our site to park our car down here in the front. So with that being the case, we're giving it a 10. Now we'll add to this by saying that all the overflow parking is backing in, no pull through there.
The next category we're going to grade in are the sites. How were they? Well, first of all, they are tight. Our neighbor sewer is just a few steps outside of our front door, and our picnic table actually goes over into their site. There's just not much room.
Also slanted.
Yeah, they are slanted. It's on a hill, so I don't know how much we can do about that. But being this close, 3/10 of a mile away from Glacier National Park, they've squeezed in quite a bit. Now they're starting another park, or is the another part, or the tent section. They're not quite as close, but this main section is so close. So the best we can give them is a 4. So let's talk about hookup and full hookups. You know we want full hookups when we travel. Most of the time we'll boondock from here and there, but they did have full hookups, but the only thing is they only have 30 amp, and it did get hot several days where we couldn't run 2 air conditioners. So maybe we're a little picky here, but we're going to give it an 8. I also wanted to point out that they do have an overflow lot, so if you don't get your reservation in early or get here early, then you're going to end up with just electric and water, no sewer. They do have a dump station, but that adds a little bit of hassle to it if you're staying as long as we did.
Next, activities and amenities. We're giving the activities and amenities a 3. Let me say, this is not a resort. You're not going to come here and hang out in the campground. This park is outside of Glacier National Park, and you come here to go to Glacier National Park. You don't come here to hang out in the camper. They do have propane that's available, and they have Wi-Fi that's down at the front office if you want to go down there and sit and do whatever you need to do. That's all they've got. So with that being the case, we'll give them a 3.
So how were the roads? You know we like smooth roads when we can get them. We've been to some parks that just beat your rig up just trying to get back to your site. These roads were in good shape. They are gravel, so they're not a 10, and they're pretty dusty, and that's just the area we're in. So we're going to give that an 8.
So next up on our list is the bathhouse and the laundry. Now let me tell you, they got it going with the laundry. The laundry had 6 washers and 6 dryers. They were all in perfectly working condition. They also have a coin machine and an ATM machine so that you can get whatever change you need to do your laundry. Very, very nicely done. The bathhouse, they were very clean. The staff in this campground really knows what they're doing. Everything's very clean. The bathhouse was very clean, but they were in desperate need of an update. Both of the ones that I went into, both the ladies, there are 2 different bathhouses, and both of them could have really used some updating.
And with the bathhouse needing to be upgraded, we're giving the bathhouse and the laundry a 7.
So the next category we want to talk about is cost per value. What I want you to do is just look over my shoulder, and that might help you understand my grade. Now we do have tight spots, and we are paying $67 a night, which we hate paying anything above $50. But with being 3/10 away from the national park, you can walk to the national park. You can see the visitor center right there. And I know they're trying to get as many people as they can to have these in so tight. But with where we're at for $67, if you could stay 3/10 of a mile away from Glacier National Park, one of the best national parks in America, you would give that a 9.
Let's talk about the staff. That's another area that we rate. We are giving the staff a 10 on this. The staff is fabulous. I think the majority of them are work campers. They know their job and they do it well. We even had one of the staff members, after we checked in, he came up to check on us on the site that we were in, because we've been at this campsite for 1 month. He came up to check on us and make sure we were settled and everything. That was really nice. There's another time when we were coming in and we had an Amazon order that was delivered. He flagged us down as we were coming in into the campground to tell us our Amazon order was here, and then he brought it out to us. That's customer service. They know what they're doing. We'll give them a 10.
So the next category that we're going to discuss are things to do in the area.
With all the things to do in this area, and there were so many things to do in the area that we had to stay 28 days and we still didn't do everything.
Right.
We're gonna give that a 10.
A big 10, yes.
A big 10 for all the things to do in the area.
Yep. And before I show you some of the videos of things to do in the park and around the park, let's talk about the grand total.
The grand total is...
She does a good drum roll.
I've had a lot of practice.
Is a 72.
Yeah, that's not a very high total, but let me say this. Even with a high of 72, you may ask the question, if we were in this area again, this would be the place we would come back to. You're not staying in this location because of the campground. You're staying in this location because it is 3/4 of a mile within walking distance from Glacier National Park Visitor Center and all the shuttle buses that you can get on to go anywhere in the park.
Yep. What really hurt them was the tightness of the sites. We just want to be honest with you. They are tight sites.
They're very tight sites.
And according to what service you might have, you're going to struggle with cellular or with your internet.
Yeah,
so
if
those
we'd
things,
not had 2, we would have really been in trouble.
yeah, I'm glad we had 2 different carriers.
Right.
So they don't have a lot of control over that second one, and it is what it is as far as being so tight. They're trying to get as many people in at $67 a night to be able to go and enjoy that park. And this park stayed packed out most nights.
Yeah.
So it stayed busy.
Yeah. So with that being said, let's move on to things to do in the area. Danny, roll that footage.
So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, now's a great time to do it. And the notification bell. That way you can join us next week as we explore more of Glacier National Park and all the beauty there is to see there.
We've got a lot more to show you and share with you, because Glacier National Park has become our favorite park, and there's so many great things to show you.
Until next time, God bless and many safe travels.
And go RV, America.